America, America. I'm so happy. I'm so happy right now because this is awesome. More and more Americans are waking up to the actual truth and what they're seeing right through the bull. And it feels so awesome. It feels great. It feels absolutely fantastic. Because I was worried for a minute there, guys. I was really worried for a moment. And I see more people with this hashtag walk away movement that's going on. Oh, couldn't come at a better time. Couldn't come at a better time. We're gonna win the midterms is coming up. I shouldn't put predictions out there, but I just got a feeling. I could be wrong, but I got a feeling that we're gonna win the midterms. I have a feeling. That more and more people are coming out. It's just, it's unbelievable. They're seeing through this bull that these Democrats are pushing out there. And the mainstream media, they got so ridiculous. How can you not see it? Right? How can you not see it? Here's what it comes down to, though, guys. It's a perspective. It's perspective, and seeking that truth and that fact that's out there that will help you open your eyes. If you're miserable, and if you're thinking, what the hell is going on? The world's going to end. Stop watching that mainstream media, please. It's not doing you any good or anybody else. They're fighting and clawing because they think that's going to be the end of the world. They lost. That, you know. All right, let's not get off on a tangent. So perspective. Okay. Let's go back to my story. Here. What helped me wake me up and see right through the bull of what the TV and mainstream media and Hollywood they're pushing. I was going through YouTube, and then all of a sudden these Antifa videos started popping up when they're just acting a fool, acting crazy out there, setting crap on fire and hurting people and being violent towards others, and it was all because someone was speaking at a college, or I think it was, and even through other things I think it was, but anyways, I was watching this. I'm like, what is going on with this country? What's wrong with these people? I couldn't grasp it. Like, what is going through these people's mind? And all of a sudden Ben Shapiro popped up. So I started watching some of his speeches. I think he did speeches at Berkeley and some other colleges. He's done a lot of speeches, and so I watched a handful of speeches of what Ben was putting out there, and it was like it was like a breath of fresh air. I'm like, man, I am not the only one that thinks this way. I'm not the only one that thinks this way. I'm like, it was so relieving. I felt so much better after what let's just listen what he was putting out there, because I think the same damn way. It's a pretty damn close. I might disagree in like here and there with him, but not really. I mean, for the most part, I agree with him. So, and I found out he had a show called The Daily Wire, and he's a commentator on there, and there's a few other guys on there. So if you're feeling miserable and you're feeling like the world is in chaos right now, stop watching the mainstream media, and you might want to stop watching that TV too, because I haven't watched TV in a good year and a half or two. I watch Netflix or YouTube. I usually watch YouTube because there's some informative people on there that feeds my craving for information and knowledge, and it opens your eyes and gives you a broader perspective on how the world works. It really does. So anyway, it's perspective. So you're watching the mainstream media. They're putting a false narrative out there for you guys. It's a false story that's not even close to being true. All right, I am a Trump supporter. If that puts you off, you're probably watching the mainstream media. So sorry if that offends you, but I am not racist. I'm not a Nazi. I've never been accused of being racist or a Nazi or a xenophobe, homophobe, whatever you want to put out there. I am not even close. You can if you knew me and if you asked any of my friends, I would be farthest from that. But the mainstream media, they're putting this narrative out. If anybody who supports Trump, they're racist. They're racist, then they're a Nazi. And it's not true, because that's furthest from true. And actually, that kind of offends me. I am not a Nazi. I am not a racist. That's the kind of stuff they're putting out there to you, and you're eating it up. Like I said, I'm going to go back to perspective. Get a good source of information for you, a good news source. Because the mainstream media is not cutting anymore. They're just in the back pockets of these Democrats, and they're just pushing the same narrative as they are. And they see identity politics. It's no good. You got to look past that. So I challenge you, if you're miserable, and if you're wondering why the world is so upside down in your mind, it's about your perspective on the way you look at it and what they're feeding you on this mainstream media. I'm telling you, it's not good for you at all. It'll rot your mind and change the whole reality of the situation that's actually going on right now. Because all in all, America is doing fantastic. But the mainstream media and the Democrats are just trying to twist that they're trying to twist that to make it bad. It's like if Trump said I love puppies, they would say, let's go murder some puppies. That's how crazy it is on there. I mean, I'm telling you. You look a few years back, Democrats, Obama, Hillary Clinton, Bill Clinton, they were talking, we need to, strengthen our borders, and if they're coming over illegal, we need to send them back over. And now Trump's doing it, and they flipped out. They're totally flipped out. Whatever Trump says, they do the complete opposite, and they don't see what the actual main Americans and what's going, how we feel, because we're on the ground here, guys. They have no perspective of what's going on in America, because they live in their fancy, gated communities. Who knows what kind of house they got? I mean, they're so far from reality. How about you put yourself right here? It's middle class America over here. Put yourself right here, because we're on the ground over here. They're working for us, by the way, and we're not working from them. When they call for the harassment of Republicans and Trump supporters, they're asking for trouble, and it ticks me off. They're working for us, guys. Us, not the other way around here. They're manipulating you. They're playing on your emotions, and you got to see through it, because they are getting ridiculous. Absolutely getting ridiculous. But I am happy, because I'm seeing a lot more people. Sorry, they piss me off. They piss me off because they're pushing this. Ugh. All right, let's go to a point here. Let's go to a point that really where I started seeing through their game, these Democrats. You go back to someone just passed by again. Lost my train of thought. Let's go back to the immigration, when the Democrats were working it, and the Republicans were trying to work this DACA deal with the Dreamers and everything, and they couldn't get nothing done. Trump is getting frustrated, and so he said something that was leaked from a Democrat, by the way, something about people from the shithole countries, and all of a sudden the mainstream just slams them. All of a sudden you're racist because you said that. No, he said the country is a shithole. He didn't say the people of the country is a shithole. It's whoever's running that country is a piece of garbage, probably, and these poor people are scrounging and just trying to fight to survive. He was not talking about the people. He said a shithole country. He was not talking about the people. All right, where was I at? Damn it! So I'm going off these tangents. So go back on that. Trump put out there, hey, all right, we'll see. We're going to give a pathway citizenship to 1.8 million dreamers. If you're a Democrat, why don't you say, oh, 1.8 million? Sign the papers. We're done. Deal's done. 1 million dreamers on a pathway to citizenship. And they didn't take it. They said no. 1.8 million dreamers. How can the Democrats pass on a deal like that? They don't care about the people. 1.8 million could be on the pathway to citizenship right now, and they passed on it. And I couldn't really wrap my head around that, and I'm wondering why wouldn't they pass on that? Why would they pass on that? It's because they want to keep open borders to support their base. Well, not so much to support their base. They want voters on them. They care about the votes, and that's it. They don't care about the people. Again, I want to say 1.8 million dreamers. And they passed on it. They said no. And then this deal with the kids, the mainstream media is pushing out crazy stuff with the concentration camps and things like that. Kids are being ripped from their parents. Ted Cruz put a bill to fix that, and the Democrats didn't go on that either. They didn't go on it either. Ask yourself, think about this logically, okay? If they really cared about these kids being ripped from their parents, which are not, by the way, it was a law back in 1997 with the Clinton administration, why would you want your kid incarcerated with you? Because you broke the law. You don't see any Americans out here that break the law and their kids are in the prison cell with them, do they? Do you? Alright, so they didn't go for it. They're playing politics with people's lives because they prey on these minority groups, and they try to make themselves look like the good guy. Make themselves look like the good guy. Okay, it's not that they are the good guy. They try to put that persona out there like they're the good guy and they're virtuous and whatever. They're not. They would have given 1.8 million. They would have jumped on that deal and signed the damn bill and said 1.8 million dreamers. Great. Right? Wouldn't you? If you're thinking about the people, these dreamers, and then about the kids that are supposed to be being ripped out of the parents' arms, wouldn't you sign that deal? If you cared about the kids, wouldn't you sign that bill? I see right through their game. They did the same thing with the blacks, and I got a lot of black conservatives are coming out right now, and they're sick of it. They're sick of it. More and more coming out. They're opening their eyes. I got a couple of names here. I wanna tell you about. These dudes are awesome. They're good people, and they're speaking truth. And that's what you need to look for. You can't watch this stuff, this mainstream media. You need to stop it because it's changing your whole reality on the situation, what's going on. Because actually, we're doing fan-freaking-tastic, and the mainstream media wants to try to cover it up with their false narrative they're pushing out there. All right, so we got Ty Turner. I just watched a video of him the other day. Watch this guy's video. He'll explain exactly what's going on with the black community and how the government has screwed them over with the welfare program, and you have more incentive to keep the father out of the home. If the father comes back, they don't get the money. Okay, there's no incentive to keep the family together. They want to rip the family apart. That's what it comes down to, so they can get their vote. And now they're trying to flip that over in the same way they're doing with these legal immigrants. Because they're cheap labor, and basically it's one step away from slavery. I'm passionate about this, okay? I've been watching this, and I am happy that a lot more people are waking up to the fact. Alright, so we got Ty Turner. You need to watch this video that he put out there. It'll explain up and down. He's lived this. He sees right through them. It's part of that hashtag walk away I was talking about. And we got Kevin on Kevin's Corner. You need to watch that guy. That guy's hilarious, by the way, and you'll get a kick out of that guy. That guy's great. Man, he's funny. And then you got the Uber guy. That guy's speaking truth. It's a good dude because he sees right through the bull. We all see right through the Democrats, the game. We see right through it, and we want other people to see right through it. Okay, it would, because you're in this perspective, this false perspective of what they're injecting you with, basically, into your mind. It's a false narrative they're pushing out towards you. And I'm running around like, that's great. But you got Brandon Tatum. I actually started watching Brandon Tatum before Ty Turner, Kevin on Kevin's Corner, or the Uber guy. So Brandon Tatum, good dude. Watch his YouTube video on how he they call it the red pill moment. You may have heard of it. Let me get some light on here. Maybe that'll help. Yeah. It's a little better. Real quick though, I heard some other day someone that said I look like Gerard Butler. Do you see it at all? A little bit. I'll take it. Alright, anyway, and then you got Candace Owens. Oh man, she's a beautiful woman. I love that. I love that woman. She's speaking truth as well, because she's been through it. She's seen it. She sees through the bull. These let me turn the light on too. Yes, I'll turn that one off. She sees right through it. I'm telling you, and Kevin, on Kevin's Corner, he's absolutely correct. Once you see through it, once you see it, you can't unsee it. You can see right through the bull crap they're pushing out here, guys. It's all about a political game, and it's not honest. It's not fair, and they don't care about the American people. I'm telling you. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. And there's thousands upon thousands of people waking up, and gives me so much hope. Alright, so you got Candace Owens, and then there's another alternative, a CRTV. Now, like I said, I watch the Daily Wire. The guy tells you the facts. The facts where it matter. The mainstream media will not do nothing but push, their perspective and speculate on what might be, not the facts. Okay, that's a main key. Please stop watching that mainstream media. Okay, I'm gonna have a little challenge. You watch the Daily Wire. He's on YouTube. Watch him for 1 week. You can even watch him for 1 day. Actually, you might get an idea. And then you flip through CNN, CNBC, and you can see it. Okay, you can see how false their narrative they're pushing on you guys is. You might want to just, like I said, stop watching TV too. Just educate yourself on things. I'm telling you, you'll be much happier. If you stop watching that mainstream media, it makes you miserable. You got to be miserable watching this mainstream CNBC and CNN. You got to be miserable people. I want you to be happy. Okay, so stop watching that stuff. It'll hurt you. It'll make you dumb. All right, so I put a couple of names out there. And if you check those people out, if you're not going to take my word for it, check those people out. I'm gonna repeat it here. So we got Ty Turner. Very important you watch that one. He will open your eyes. He goes into detail with facts and everything. You got the Uber guy. Start watching that guy. He sees right through the bull as well. Brandon Tatum, good dude. I'd love to meet him one of these days. He lives in Tucson, by the way. Oh yeah, they did have a black conservative influence meeting, I believe, in Phoenix, which surprised the hell out of me. It was right across the street, basically, over at the Phoenician, I think it was, which is awesome. That's a good sign. And that actually, and Candace Owens, she's hilarious. She's a funny girl too, and she's very, very intelligent, beautiful woman. And then you got CRTV, and there is this one, phenomenal viral hashtag walk away on the movement. I believe he's a hairdresser, and he might be gay, which is no problem with that. I have no problem. I'm conservative, and I have no issues with gays. Just, he's speaking truth. Okay, so don't think all conservatives are homophobic or bigoted or racist or anything like that. It's not the case at all. You can't see my pretty eyes. Anyway, I do kind of look like Gerard Butler a bit. I have to see myself side by side and see what's up. He might be a little taller than me, probably a little better shape. It doesn't matter. Anyway, where was I at? Phoenician Hotel. Perspective. Oh no, the walk away. Hashtag walk away. He's awesome video. It's fantastic video. He did an awesome job. After I watched that video, I was like, wow. If I was a gay liberal and I watched that, I said, left, I'm out. I'll be running as fast as I can to the conservative or the right side, okay? But I love the women. Just, ladies. Just messing. But, anyways, I'm making this for the hashtag walkaway movement, because I think it's important. I really do. And if I'm gonna get a little, I don't want to get too much in detail because I don't want to make this video too long. But the left, if you don't know what the left is, the left basically wants big government, and they want to change the Constitution and not follow. I'm not going to do a very good job of explaining right now because but anyways, they have a big cultural control over as far as the TV you watch. I mean, I'll give you an example of Tim Allen. He's more of your typical family, conservative. I don't know if he's conservative, but he's more towards the middle. But he had great ratings, and some reason they canceled his show, and a lot of people were outraged at it. I was like, why in the heck was it canceled? But a lot of people were outraged at it and spoke, and now he's going to be on a different network or something like that. And I think because it doesn't fit the leftist narrative, basically, it comes down to it. And then you got Rosie O'Donnell with her show. Record numbers, millions upon millions of people are watching this. Record numbers. I don't know if a show has ever been that popular, that quick, just from the first show. And then she makes a stupid comment, which she shouldn't have made that comment. And I don't think her intent was racial. Because I saw a picture of the woman. I had no idea who she was. I'm going to put this out there because it's truth. I'm telling you I'm not racist. Don't call me racist because of this, okay? The left says it's racist. It doesn't mean it's racist. It's the intent behind the comment or action, okay? So she had put this stupid tweet out. I believe she said it was after the Memorial Day. She was drinking. That's not an excuse, honestly. She takes some kind of Ambien. But, like I said, I saw a picture of the woman that she said she looks like a cross between the girl from the Planet of the Apes and a Jewish something or another. I don't know what it was. And I saw a picture of the woman. I didn't even know she was black. And I believe Rosie, was it Roseanne Barr, not Rosie O'Donnell, excuse me. Roseanne, I didn't watch the show too much. But all of a sudden, she got canned within a couple hours, I think it was, which her intent was not racist. I don't believe it was. She had a heartfelt busting out crying that she's not racist. I don't believe it. She just made a stupid comment that she shouldn't have put out there. Because I'm telling you, I didn't know that chick was white, or excuse me, I didn't know that chick was black. See, I'm thinking of white, and she looks white to me, okay? She looks like a Jewish white girl. So I don't think her intent was to be racist. I think she has a couple of biracial grandkids. Look at this a little bit. So, and they jumped all on her butt like nothing. Nothing. I mean, she was canned in within 2 seconds. And that's how much control the left has over the TV and the mainstream media, and Hollywood is a big part of the left too. You remember Robert De Niro? Fuck Trump! And he does this little pose where it's, yeah, like this old man like flexing pose, and I'm like, that cracked me up. That cracked me up right there when he did. Oh, it cracked me up really. You know, and you had the whole audience. Just give him like a standing ovation. I'm like, for goodness sake, really? Screw Trump. Anyways, more and more people are waking up and see right through their game. They're seeing right through the game, and I hope you wake up too, America, because you might be left behind. It's a sinking ship. Don't go back to perspective, and please watch a good source. I'm telling you, I'm trying to make you happy. You're going to be so much happier after you watch a news that just tells you the facts and what's actually going on. And this guy this guy actually don't even like Trump, by the way, so that might sell you on a little bit. He does not like Trump. I think he's getting to like him because Trump's policies are really, really good. That's what the mainstream media is not going to tell you. You know, so, but he has a segment on there, I believe, with what's good Trump and what's bad Trump. Okay, so he is biased, but he admits it, and he tries to give you a couple different options how to think about it. He doesn't tell you how to think like the mainstream media will do to you. See, the mainstream media puts this, the way they do it is they almost tell you how to think, like it has to be this way. It can't be any other way. This is this way, and that goes back to call whoever support Trump as Nazis and racist and homophobes or whatever bullcrap they're putting out there. I mean, come on, you stop buying that stuff. I'm not a Nazi. I'm not racist. That's how crazy they got. They're getting nuts out there, and if you can't see it, like I said, like someone stole their damn Cocoa Puffs or something. They want cuckoo. But anyways, I want to go inside because I have tomorrow off. And I'm going to drink me a beer. And I'll relax. Because I deserve it. It's been a long day. It's 8 o'clock right now. What time did I start? 6:30 this morning. I just got home. Maybe right when I started this video, I got home, which is 20 minutes ago. Hopefully it's not too long. Oh shit, it's almost 30 minutes. I've been talking to my car for 30 minutes. Alright, so hashtag walk away, guys. And I hope you see through the garbage they're putting out there and find a good source that's going to be a start to change your perspective on the world, and you're going to be much happier. I'm telling you. And if you're miserable because of the stuff you're seeing on the TV, it's because they're feeding you a false narrative. Because in all actuality, we got women's unemployment is at an all-time low. You got Hispanics, you got blacks. Overall, it's an all-time low, and the economy is doing fan-freaking-tastic. And they won't tell you that because they're too busy calling people racist and telling you they're ripping kids from their families, and they're playing off your emotions. So this is the video I'm going to put out there, and gosh darn it, if you watch it the whole 30 minutes, congratulations. But God bless you, America, and wake up. Wake up. Democrats. I can't even call them Democrats anymore. I call them Demorats. Demorats. They don't care about the people. They care about their vote. And that's it. God bless you, America. Demorats. Stop it.